New battle lines are being drawn over the Affordable Care Act.
The president is now backing another effort to overturn it. And KCAL 9 political reporter Dave Bryan has details of the latest showdown over health care. Dave.
You know, the health care issue never really entirely went away, but now it looks like it's moving again to the top of the list. Tonight, the battle over Obamacare is still alive, and it could be the centerpiece issue for the 2020 campaign. Now, the Trump administration and the Justice Department are urging a federal court to wipe out the Affordable Care Act entirely. And so far, there's no proposed plan for a replacement. That could be a major health care disaster with some serious political repercussions. When President Trump met with Republican senators Tuesday, the first topic he talked about was health care, which could well be the hottest issue of the 2020 presidential campaign.
The Republican Party will soon be known as the party of health care. You watch.
In a legal filing this week, the Justice Department sided with a federal judge who ruled the Affordable Care Act, Obamacare, is unconstitutional based on the insurance mandate. Should that ruling stand, Obamacare would be struck down, destroyed. Anthony Wright, the executive director of Health Access California, told me in a Skype interview that this would be a disaster for California health care.
The Trump administration's position has gone from callous to catastrophic with regard to our healthcare system. At least 5 million Californians would lose coverage. 4 million through Medicaid expansion. Over 1 million Californians would lose affordability assistance in covered California.
California Attorney General Javier Becerra is leading 16 states and Washington, D.C. in fighting the ruling that would destroy Obamacare.
Today, we're announcing that, along with 15 other attorneys general throughout the country, we are filing a motion to intervene in this case in order to defend not just the state of California, but the people of America and their families across the country when it comes to having quality, affordable health care.
The president and his administration strongly insist that any replacement plan would include the pre-existing condition mandate and other protections.
The president is always for protecting pre-existing conditions. This president believes that patients should be better protected and have more choices, higher quality, and they don't now.
We will always protect patients with pre-existing conditions, always.
I want to keep pre-existing condition. I think we need it.
And we will always protect Americans with pre-existing conditions.
Wisconsin Republican Congressman Sean Duffy told CNN's Chris Cuomo Monday evening that Obamacare did not produce what it pledged for many Americans and should be replaced.
If you get a subsidy in Obamacare, you love it. But if you don't get a subsidy, Chris, your premiums have gone through the roof. Your deductibles have gone up. Obamacare has been a failure for the American people.
But while pushing hard to wipe out the Affordable Care Act, the Trump administration has not come up with a replacement plan yet. And even Republicans are nervous with the possibility of millions of Americans losing their health care coverage and nothing to replace it.
We got to get pre-existing conditions. We got to prove to everybody that if they get sick, they're not going to lose their coverage.
Many health care advocates feel that with a bitterly divided Congress, the two parties may never again agree on an acceptable health care plan to replace Obamacare. And even if they do, it could be years in the making.
Now with a divided Congress, the possibility of any compromise or plan to replace the coverage for millions of people seems even more far-fetched. Remember, the Affordable Care Act took 4 or 5 years to implement to get it going.
Nonetheless, some Democrats feel this is an issue that works in their favor for 2020.
We embrace this fight because House Democrats were given the majority in order to defend health care on behalf of everyday Americans.
Now, this is an issue that could very well make it to the Supreme Court, so the final resolution could be a while in the coming. If that's the case, it might be a serious test for the powerful conservative majority on that court. In the meantime, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats introduced legislation Tuesday, which they say will protect Americans with pre-existing conditions and lower health care costs. So, Sharon, the battle is just beginning.